Services marketing, types of service industries. There are services in the government, private non-for-profit organizations, and business services. You guys know government services, right? You want to get your ID, you go to a government. Government provides services in terms of, maybe the power supply that the government is responsible of offering. There are some services that come from a private non-for-profit organizations, like universities maybe, a non-for-profit, or the postal office. They provide you with a service. And you also have business services where they want to make money and they want to maximize their profits. And of course you can see that the different service in its nature is a little bit different from a government to a non-for-profit and to a business organization because of the scope and the objectives. But a common theme in all of the services is that the nature of these services is that they're intangible, variable, perishable, and inseparable. Let's see what is the difference between these. We'll start with intangible. And let's take an example of if you want to get let's say, airline, you travel on an airline. That's a service, right? Now, service cannot be seen or tasted or felt or heard or smelled before you purchase it. You see? If you go to the airline, you can never try anything before you travel. You have to pay for the ticket and then travel, and then we talk about how was your trip. Do you see? Number two, it is variable. The quality of the service will depend on who provides it, and when, and where, and how. Maybe if you travel on this airline, today is not the same as after tomorrow. Because the people there, the time of the travel, was this flight, maintained, the flight, who's the attendants, the hosts, the waitress, the pilots, the service people. So it is variable. Every time companies try to keep the same level. They give, all of their hostess there the same dress. The flight attendant may have the same training, but there will be some variability. Number three is the inseparability. Services cannot be separated from their provider. You cannot get a flight travel without you going on the flight, right? So, they can't, take you. It's not like a product where they make Pepsi and then tomorrow you come and buy the Pepsi. And if you don't buy it tomorrow, they keep it for you. After a week, you come and pick it up. No. You have to be there, the flight attendant has to be there, and the flight attendant has to be there for the flight to go, for you to experience the flight service. So the same thing if I take another example, a haircut. You can't take a haircut alone. You have to be there with the person who will do a haircut to you, right? At the same time, in the same place, in order to have a haircut service. And then perishability, services cannot be stored for a later sale or use. So if I sell a travel service and I have a plane and I have 200 seats, if I don't get 200 customers, I can't store those seats, for tomorrow. Those seats are lost because no one took them. So the idea of perishability. So those make services a little bit unique, and therefore companies need to have, in addition to additional marketing strategies, service firms often require additional strategies. Service profit chain, internal marketing, and interactive marketing. Are you guys okay with these? Do you guys know what's internal marketing and interactive marketing? Let's look in your book here. Let's see, if I look into your book, if we open in your book, I like this in the book. It kind of show you it summarizes how this interactive marketing works. Let's see. This is chapter number. Let's see, where is this? Chapter number 8, and it talks here about. Service marketing. Let's see here. We go up to page number. Yeah, do you guys see this? Oops. Page 231. Yeah, this triangle show you this company, customer, employee relationship, and what this says is companies, they interact with customers on an external marketing level. Customers deal with employees on an interactive marketing level, and then internal marketing is the company relationship with their employees. And what this says is, if you're a company, you need to do the four P's of marketing go from the company to the customer. And that's the external. So a company will announce, this is our product, and this is, let's say if you're an airline, you say, hey, look, these are, we give you this flight from Dubai to New York, and they tell you this is the price of it, and this is the promotion, and here are the distribution of the tickets. But the company has to do a lot of training, motivation with their employees to explain to them, this is how you deal with the customer, this is how you smile, this is what you dress, this is what you... And then employees have to interact with customers, and that's what we call interactive marketing. Service firms must help employees master the art of interacting with customers. At Four Seasons, for example, employees quickly learn that guests paying $1,000 a night expect to have their minds read. What do you guys think? If you go to if you work in a Four Season hotel, okay, and the customer comes to you and says, "Will you please, pick my bag?" What would you say if you're an employee there? How many people will pick the bag? Now, if you're the manager, how can you convince your employees that this customer paid $1,000 for one night, and this customer wants the peace of mind that is worth $1,000 in one night? How can you convince your employees?
Even more.
Do you see?
If you give me 200 in that night for me, I will be convinced.
You see? So the idea here is, how can you make sure, the idea of interactive marketing is that you as a manager, you want to make sure that your employees are getting the training and motivation, and understand that the interaction with the customer, is very critical, and customers will need to get this, they need their mind read as per this. Are you guys okay with this? So let's see. Because service profit chain links service firms' profits with the employee and customer satisfaction. So in the Four Seasons hotel, you need to have good internal service quality. You want to get satisfied, very productive service employees. You want greater service value. You want people to really provide value. Satisfied and loyal customers, and healthy service profits and growth. Because how do you grow in the service industry? By your people giving the customers what they want. Internal marketing, it means that the service firm must orient and motivate its customer contact employees and supporting service people to work as a team to provide customer satisfaction, and it must precede external marketing. So you need to work first on your employees before you go and you tell your customers that you have the best customer service. And interactive marketing means that the service quality depends heavily on the quality of the buyer-seller interaction during the service encounter, such as service differentiation and quality and productivity. So you need to work for the customer. Do you guys know British Airways? Anyone have traveled on British Airways? Safer flat beds for a deeper sleep. What do you think of that?
This is good for the long trip.
Yeah, long trips, market service differentiation, creating a competitive advantage from the offer, delivery, and image of the service. What you offer, can you include distinctive features? So here they're trying to say we're more comfortable. Do you see? And they make it look here like this, like a hotel. You walk in, you sleep, and what is she carrying? She's carrying another what? A pillow?
Yeah.
Delivery can include more able, reliable customer contact people, environment, process. And then image, it can include symbols and branding. Are you guys okay with these? Okay. Good. Managing service quality, providing a competitive advantage by delivering consistency higher quality than your competitor, and service quality always varies depending on interactions between employees and customers. So you always want to make sure that this variation is small. Marketing strategies for service firms. Managing service productivity refers to the costs to the cost side of marketing strategy for service firms. Employees recruitment, hiring, training, and quality strategies. How can you make sure you are a high quality? What makes a high quality hotel? Sometimes they say a high quality hotel will have very nice design aesthetics and how it looks, very good tangibles inside the hotel, the room, what's inside the room, what available, towels, shampoos, services, accessories, what other facilities available. The same thing in terms of how responsive are the people. If they, if you call the reception, they will respond. If you need an extra pillow, they will make it available. If you walk into the hotel and you lose your wallet, will they be able to deal with that? Will they be empathetic? Will have some empathy towards you? Will they be able to provide you with all the necessarily? Some hotels, they tell you, if you forgot your brush, we'll give you another one. If you forgot to bring your toothpaste, if you forgot your tie, they may have a tie for you if you have a business, especially if you're a business hotel. So some of these will make a higher quality hotel. They're ready for you and they are listening to you and they make sure that you're happy. Branding strategy. We've got this brand equity. Brand equity is a differential effect that knowing the brand name has on customer response to the product you're marketing. So a brand equity is, they say if brand equity is if Coca-Cola get all of their physical assets destroyed, okay, for a big bomb that crashed. With their name only, with their brand only, Coca-Cola only, they can go to any bank and say, I want to borrow $5 billion. The bank will let them take it. Because this brand has this huge equity. Do you see? Just having this brand, Coca-Cola, and you have the power to make Coca-Cola and you sell it, that's by itself is very big differential effect. People will just go and buy it. When you look into brands, you kind of need to look into brand positioning, attributes, benefits, beliefs, values, brand name, how you select it, protect it, brand sponsorship, and then brand development. We'll look into each one of these in a moment.